Good evening, Colony. My name is the Colonist, and we are going to continue with Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. We're going to the next crystal. We're going to go get the next crystal, which is at the Swamp Palace, which is a little ways from here, but that is what we've done next. The last time we left our hero, he was gathering some heart pieces, and to some success. We got 3 out of 4 of them, because the 4th one I forgot we couldn't get to yet. But we will after this video, because what we need to do is we need to grab the item that we get from this next palace in order to get it. And hopefully, my performance will not be as shitty as it was the last time I was at a place to get the crystal, which was pretty bad. I mean, apologies for that. That was just horrendous. That was just a piss-poor performance, just on all levels. But we're going to do better this time, because we have a lucky rabbit's foot. That is actually not true. We do not have a lucky rabbit's foot. I wish we did have a lucky rabbit's foot. Now, these little pumpkin pieces of crap, they are dicks. Because what these people can do is they can steal your shield, and you have to go buy a new one. And what's even worse about that is if they do steal your shield, you do have to buy a new one, then you have to upgrade it again at the fairy place. But what we're going to do now is we're going to move. This is the Swamp Palace, but we can't go in just yet, because there's one little piece of thing that I have to take care of first. I don't know whether we did it when I was here last time. Yes, we did, when we in one of the field travel places, and we had to release the floods. Well, we have to do it again, but this time, instead of getting a piece of heart, we need to do that in order to actually move around in this temple. So here we are, Swamp Temple, or Team Swamp Place, whatever. I don't care what you call it. I was never one for official labels and terms in this place. But here we go, Swamp Palace. Got everything we can really have at this point. So let's get going. And first order of business, because I don't remember exactly, so hopefully we will do it better, but, you know, who knows. I'm hoping I remember most of this. Oh! It's our boy again. Colony, it is I, Sahasrara. Objects exist simultaneously in both worlds with similar shapes. If the form of a thing changes, it will affect the shape of its twin in the other world. Now see, I know he's referring to do the floodgate thing, because usually you wouldn't be able to, normally, you would not be able to. Here we got a small key, we're going to just bust through the door. Normally we would not be able to move around if the floods weren't open, and we wouldn't be able to get in here. And that would be the only place you could go, is to go talk to Sahasrara. But because we don't have to deal with that, we are free of all of that. We've got a lot of factors coming in to come take us out. We're going to see if we're going to bomb this place. And luckily we have a good amount of bombs, thanks to our earlier field travel video, where we did a little bit of upgrading. And what do we got here? We got the map. Still put in a treasure chest? I still don't understand that. We got some, looks like some silly putty with eyes coming out of the ground. I guess to attack us in some way or another. Use another key, go in through this way. And, well, 2 birds, 1 stone. And we got hit by that, which will do its thing every time you... it will hit you every time that you use your sword. Watch. It won't move at all, and then all of a sudden, bat, 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 bat. Those of you who get that reference, ultra kudos. For those of you who don't, I will enlighten you on what it is. It is actually a reference to Strong Bad, HomestarRunner.com. Teen Girl Squad is what it was called. We got more blunt force trauma dudes. I told you we'd end up seeing a lot of these in the course of our game, and here we are, dealing with more of them. Now we can pop in these smirky gophers, or whatever the fuck they are. We're gonna release the floods again, because this place is, I mean, this is probably the closest representation of, like, a water temple, for those of you who've played, like, the Ocarina of Time. Because this one deals with water pretty much the entire time, where the other ones don't. I mean, we have the Ice Temple, which is... The Ice Temple, I'm going to probably guess, is going to be like a 50-minute video. Not because it takes that long to get through, but because I just suck so hard at that level. It's not even funny, really. But we will get to that bridge when we get to it. We'll cross it when we reach it. That's not our concern at the moment. Got people coming in, these, I don't even know what they are. Like these tadpole creatures. I'm going to take a couple of these out. Let's head south and see what's awaiting us down here. It's another one of these water spiders. And these kingfish, like these catfish type things, I guess is what they are. And more water spiders. More water spiders. And got another heart. I'm not really sure what we're supposed to get here. I think, I know there was, oh, there we go, okay. And it's the compass. Now we can pinpoint the, yeah, we know. But seeing how infrequently we look at that, and we look at the map, it's probably not going to do us too much good. I mean, we don't look at the map much at all. Oh, and I thought I could avoid it. Now these fireball things, these little chains of fireballs, they're just annoying, but you don't want to get hit by them, obviously, because that would be bad news bears. And that's the worst kind of news, and the worst kind of bears. Now we're going to head up here and see what we can get ourselves into, and I just remembered, we forgot to do something very important. No, we didn't. I lied. Unlike Eddie Guerrero, I'm just lying. Everywhere, every place. Before we can go any further, we have to go down this way. Actually, I don't think we did bomb the place. I don't think we did use the bomb on that. So let's just take a little quick trip back. Because we were supposed to, I think. There was a place where we could bomb something over on the other side, and we just didn't do it. So let's go do that, because I want to be as thorough as I can with this walkthrough. No, I did do it. Okay. So I have terrible memory then. Because if I couldn't remember that we did that 5 seconds ago, then I obviously need to get my memory checked out. It's like, why am I even in college, you know? And more catfish, more death. Link probably has like one of the... Link is just a giant-ass serial killer. He just kills everything in sight. He kills people, you know, he kills guards, and they all disappear in smoke, so he just hides the evidence. That's cool. And fish. In comes the water. Release the Kraken. I kind of wish there was a Kraken in this. More blunt force trauma that we've pretty much learned to deal with at this point. And then that now leads us so we can float over. Blue, 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 blue. And we're going to take a grab at whatever this is in this. And looks like we have another silly putty coming at us. Making quick work of him with that pot. Or we missed him with the pot. We had to hit him with the sword. Another blunt force trauma. And that's one of the cool things about the Master Sword is you get these little wavy things, these wave attacks, which come up later, which do the equivalent of the damage that your original sword did, but it's really helpful if you want to take, say, you know, if you don't want to get up close and personal to them and you want to ensure you don't get hit. That's a good way to do it. It does get annoying, though, because sometimes you think you're hitting them straight up and instead you're hitting them with the thing, so you think you're going to, like with the power thing, so you think you're doing a better job than you are. And that ends up just being annoying. Got hit by that. These water things do a good amount of damage. And we're going to lift this up. And more hearts. Yay, hearts. Everybody loves hearts. And just got hit by that. That was dumb. And we should probably get out of here. Seeing how there's nothing here. We're just going to fall through this one. The other one has something there too. And we can't do anything here because we have to flip a switch. So we're going to go back around, la-di-da-di-da, and let's take care of that switch business, which I think we could still do from here. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong place. No, we're right. I just don't want to go through this whole rigmarole of doing all this again, you know? You know, something tells me... No, I think we do have to do this. I think we have to go back around. Which is annoying. Like, extremely annoying. And I don't know whether we just got hit by that, or if it just... we got caught in the crossfire and that's what led to that. But, anyway, not important. What is important is that we keep rolling. We're doing a pretty good job right now. Just avoiding all this, not using the sword so we don't get hit by that. The sword activated. It's actually very smart technology for the Dark World. That even has the technology to know when your sword is being swung. Just saying, it's an interesting fact that, it's years ahead of its time, really. Because there was not much sensor-activated stuff going on back in the day. At least when this was mated. So next time you making something, you can tell people that you mated it. Like a preschooler. Because I just can't seem to talk right now. Nothing doing here. Looks like this might be the money. Okay. That was anticlimactic. That was exceptionally anticlimactic. I thought there was a little bit more of that, but instead we got money. Money is never a bad thing, though. We could always use more rupees. As the more rupees we have, the more upgrades we get. The more upgrades we get, the more shit we have. And the more shit we have, the better we will perform. Or at least the less we'll have to worry about it. Moving right along. Gonna lift these again, and nothing happening. Like a boss. And I believe this is gonna lead us to the big key after 25 rupees. There we go. There's the big key. So now we need to go back into that main room. Because we're pretty much done over here. I mean, there's nothing that we can really do at this point beyond here. So let's go back up and let's go back in the main room. Because that is where our next endeavor will be. Whoop-ah! I love the little sound effect it makes when you hop into something or dive in. It even has a little at the end, which makes it that much better. Water spiders are just annoying, but I do want that money. And I will get that money. And what we've been waiting for... Boing! This is the hook shot. It extends and contracts and... Boing! It can grapple many things. So we will use this as a grappling hook. So here's the hook shot. And the hook shot has been around as far as an item in Legend of Zelda for quite some time. I think this might have been one of the first times we've seen it. But we see it in the... At least in Twilight Princess I can remember. We see the hook shot appear... Oh. And we see the hook shot appear also in Wind Waker. And I'm pretty sure you get one in... I'm pretty sure you get one in Ocarina of Time. But then again, believe it or not, I have actually never played that game in its entirety. I know, I'm a terrible Legend of Zelda... Oh, that didn't work. I'm a terrible Legend of Zelda fan for not playing it in its entirety, but I just never really got around to it. I mean, I've gotten like halfway through it. Like, I've gotten to the water temple, and then I just haven't... I think it's close to there that I just stopped. And it's just, I just never really got around to it. We need to be somewhere else. But we will grab that and attack this little silly putty sack of shit. But I'm sure that, seeing how these videos have gotten no views, like no one is interested in this playthrough at all, it's a little disappointing. Because I really thought it would end up being, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past is an underrated game. And not that I think that Ocarina of Time is overrated, because I think it's a great game. Personally, I thought Majora's Mask was better. But another hidden secret, I've actually never finished Majora's Mask in its entirety either. Believe it or not, it's just... And it's not that it's just... Those are very time-consuming games. And sometimes you just don't get the time to do it. And we gotta be careful. This is one of those ones that loves to do that. Yeah, and that doesn't do anything. I know we have to do that at least once. We're avoiding the fireballs. Do-do-do-do-do. Blink, 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 blink. Now we're down here. Back in this room. And we can't do anything here yet because we have to open the other door because we're an idiot and went the wrong direction. So, we're just going to go right back here. Defeated. Gonna attack this motherfucker for the 3rd time. And let's get this right now. Time number 3. Bam. There we go. I gotta say, it is a really good thing that I got the, well, I just let him hit me after that. That was pretty bad. It's a good thing I got the upgraded shield so I'm not going to get, because the little blue shield doesn't deflect the fireballs. And those guys, those fanged things that do that, oh, it is fireballs? There we go. Now we've drained the water down here. And we could go up and get that, but I'm going to tell you right now, the treasure chest there is 20 rupees. That's it. So we could go up and get it. We need to get our act together right now because this is terrible what is going on. And I believe there's one of these. Oh, that was a very interesting guess, but that's actually not where I want to go. I want to go to the other. That's where we need to go. God, I am just shitting again. Just shitting the bed again. And I'm pretty sure there are hearts back here somewhere. Nope, apparently not. So I'm going to try not to die, which may be easier said than done considering my performance thus far in these Dark World temples has not been stellar, to say the least. But we're going to be back here. There's a heart. There's 2 hearts. And more money. And in 2 videos, we went from 200 rupees to almost 900. So I'd say we're doing pretty good for ourselves, financially. And we're going to walk around way over here. We're going to go back up here, because this is where we need to go. And it may not be long now. And I'm going to hope that there might be like a fairy or something hidden in one of these. But there's not. But we got a couple hearts. We're getting close. We are getting close to our big bad bossaroni, who is going up. Oh, but we got some silly putty bros who want to get some. And they did. But now, got to float our way over here. I don't know whether we're going to be able to hit this guy. Nope. So we're going to get hurt. And we're going to fly back here. Bam. Now, we can't hit those guys. So we're going to have to just distract them. But they're probably going to all hover. That's where we need to go. As you can see, he's just ready for this to happen. Another silly putty guy who thinks he stands any sort of chance at all. He is sadly mistaken. We're going to need the hook shot in our possession. And we're going to hop right over these guys and use the key. It's boss time, people. This is a quick one, and I actually am not too bad with this. Now, what happens here is we have to use the hook shot to take these little cloud-looking things off the main guy. And once they're all gone, then we can finally start attacking him. And this guy likes floating right where you are, which is annoying as hell, but I guess it's part of the game. I mean, that's how they make it difficult. And I just want to know what these little cloud things are, because they have eyes and they're orange, but they turn white when you hookshot them. Just interesting. And look at that, he's just running right into me. It looks like a giant one-eyed jellyfish. And looks like he's just going to sit there. And now we got to watch ourselves because now he's going to bounce around. And we got to find the right place to hit him. And he's going to do it again. Splash. Splish. For those of you who get that reference, that's a Wind Waker reference. From that guy who does the game, like you have to kill the octopuses. It's like the battleship. It's called Battle Squids. Splish. Alright, come on. We're getting there. Now we're going to do that. Get a little extra in on him. There we go. Look at that. We didn't even need to die. We didn't die. We didn't need to use a potion. That's what I like to see. And now we're going to grab that second crystal that Sahasrara, who's now in the Dark World, is tossing down at us. I wonder if this is just all Zelda's doing. Maybe Zelda's just like, hey, want to come on an adventure and get into my vagina? Here, go on this giant adventure. I'm going to fake that I got captured. And every time you win a dungeon, I'm going to throw down something at you that you need for the further progression of... Anyway. Second princess, who looks shockingly like the first princess.
Connie, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of those evil monsters. Thank you. The Triforce will grant the wishes of whoever touches it, as long as that person lives.
Well, that would make sense. Instead of dying, which is what happens sometimes. So as long as you live, you know it works. That makes sense.
That is why it was hidden in the Golden Land. Only a select few knew of its location, but at some point that knowledge was lost.
Well, apparently not, because otherwise we wouldn't be going on this adventure, somebody wouldn't have found it, and we wouldn't be where we are right now.
The person who rediscovered the Golden Lane was Ganondorf, the evil thief. Luckily, he couldn't figure out how to return to the light world.
Well, I mean, I guess that's good, but we still have a dark world. I mean, not like you guys could have done something about it.
Well, remember that you have magical powers, which only the hero can make the most of. There are other magical warping points like the one you saw on Death Mountain. By using them, you can go between two worlds and find the evils hidden in the dark world. You are the only one who can destroy Ganondorf, the thief. No, Ganon, the evil king of darkness. Do y'all understand?
Yes, I do, Southern Belle Princess.
May the way of the hero lead you to the Triforce.
Thank you. I'm still in water, apparently, which I guess makes sense. I'm glad they did that. Alright, well that's going to close out the Swamp Palace, which very successfully done, I'm proud to say. So, we're going to give you a Depressed Darth Tweet of the Day, seeing how we have not done that in a very, very long time. Depressed Darth Tweet of the Day, as we get hit by an arrow, is... Haters gonna hate, Vader's gonna vade. So, you do your thing, Depressed Darth, and we'll be here being not depressed. So, thank you everyone, and we will see you next time, everyone. Take care.